About 2 weeks ago, I shared with you all details about a possible crypto scam being endorsed by someone named Haliey Welch. She gained attention earlier this year after a street interview of hers went viral.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
You gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing, you get me?
Well, she appears to have stretched her brief 15 milliseconds of fame into what seems like an hours-long spectacle. She was earning 30 grand just to make an appearance and party at a club. She was dominating podcast charts thanks to her unique style, and she had taken her rise to fame far beyond what anyone had imagined. However, after being exposed for promoting this scam coin,
this is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
she has been out of sight for the past 2 weeks since making this statement.
But just in terms of the fact that there's fees that are being generated, there's an actual,
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick, but hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Man, that's some serious sleep she got. Around 336 hours, if I'm doing the math right. It's like when you're chatting with a girl, everything's going well. And then she says she fell asleep at 7 p.m. and didn't wake up until noon the next day, talking about, wow, that was the best sleep ever. Bullshit. Now, personal issues aside, it's pretty hilarious that Haliey Welch did this and thought she could just disappear. No more cringeworthy tweets, no more brain-rotting podcasts, just running off with the alleged crypto scam money. I mean, when this all started, a lot of people speculated that she might have to go on Hawk Tuah someday. And now, it looks like that might actually be happening. 12 investors in the project have taken action by filing a complaint against the developers of the coin and the Tuah of the Moon Foundation. This action arises from the unlawful promotion and sale of the Hawk Tuah cryptocurrency meme coin, known as the Hawk token, which defendants offered and sold to the public without proper registration. The defendants are accused of using the significant social media influence of Haliey Welch, a well-known social media figure referred to as the Hawk Tuah Girl, to promote the token as a groundbreaking cryptocurrency project. Through aggressive marketing efforts and promises of future growth, the defendants generated a speculative frenzy that caused the token's market value to surge shortly after its launch, reaching a substantial market capitalization. Now, let's be real for a moment. Anyone who genuinely believed this was going to be groundbreaking or that any real utility would come from the Hawk Tuah coin, in my opinion, anyone who fell for this kind of scheme probably had it coming. That being said, those behind its creation committed what I believe to be fraud, and I do think they should face justice in court. They even detail how Haliey promoted the coin, such as during her podcast with Mark Cuban.
Do you do anything with crypto?
Yeah, I do a lot with crypto, actually. I've got a shit ton of Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Oh yeah, if I want to meme coin, can I give you some tokens?
Yeah, I'll give you my wallet.
Okay.
Are you sure?
And in other videos she posted on social media in anticipation of the coin's launch.
My Hawk meme coin is live! Okay, y'all, drop your Solana wallets. I'm giving out some meme coins for free. Coming to you December 4th.
The Hawk token launched on the Solana blockchain. The launch had rapid growth in trading activity and market capitalization. However, the token's value experienced significant volatility, losing a substantial portion of its value in hours. The token launched with a market capitalization of $16.69 million. Within hours, the token's market value surged to $491 million. However, shortly after that, it plummeted more than 90%. Now, this is where it seems like those promotional videos and tweets might really come back to haunt her, as the victims believe that she did enough promising with statements like Tuah the Moon that they should be held liable for the investors' losses. Many of the investors were first-time cryptocurrency participants drawn to the project through Welch's involvement. The rapid decline in the token's value caused substantial damages to investors who relied on Welch's participation and the project's dated roadmap. Specifically, they were claiming that the people involved in the project violated the Securities Act of 1933, claiming that the Hawk Tuah project never filed with the SEC, aka the government, to register all these tokens for sale. This could be considered a form of fraud, and such violations can lead to civil lawsuits, criminal charges, and even jail time. As I mentioned earlier, 12 people have already come forward with this motion, but now that it's been officially filed, I wouldn't be surprised if many more decide to join in. As for these 12 individuals, they claim to have suffered damages in excess of $151,000. One dude is even claiming that he lost over $70,000 on this alleged rug pull. And the people specifically listed as defendants here were most of the people involved in that train wreck of a Twitter space, including this guy Doc Hollywood, the web developer behind Over Here LLC, and of course the Tuah the Moon Foundation, which many now believe is predominantly owned by Haliey Welch. I also found it quite odd that this foundation was registered in the Cayman Islands, known for being an easy way to not only avoid taxation, but also to keep the US government from spying on your illegally funded accounts. So, with them setting up the foundation there, I think it comes across as highly suspicious. The lawsuit further elaborates on the realm of meme coins, explaining that their primary promotion is typically carried out on social media. It even acknowledges that most of these projects have little to no practical use in the real world, relying instead on hype and a sense of community to drive interest. Next, they break down who exactly the Hawk Tuah Girl is, how she rose to fame, and I guess kinda why all these idiots who invested in her coin trusted her. Welch's influence extends across multiple online spaces, where she is recognized as a trendsetter and a trusted figure among her followers. I mean, come on, if you spent more than 5 minutes listening to this chick talk, common sense should tell you that you want her nowhere near your money. In fact, she seems to have the brain power of a feral squirrel. But the thing is, when you start making these promises of community engagement and bridging mainstream culture with the cryptocurrency world, you really do start forming more and more liability for your part in this scheme. In crypto with stocks, these phrases can be seen as buy signals, like when she tweeted Tuah the Moon, as well as many other things. By highlighting Welch's role in uniting her diverse community, the statement emphasized the token's potential to onboard hundreds of thousands of non-crypto users. This messaging directly tied the Hawk's success to Welch's ability to engage her global fan base, creating an expectation that this widespread adoption would drive the token's value upward. Many investors drawn to the project through Welch's outreach suffered significant financial losses as they were left holding tokens that had lost substantial value. So here they are really hammering down the idea that she was the driving force behind this project. And this is when they get into the actual Securities Act claim. An investment contract includes transactions involving an investment of money in a common enterprise with the expectation of profits to come from the efforts of others. The Hawk tokens are investment contract and are 3/4 securities subject to regulation under the Securities Act. I mean, recently, guys, now that the government has been involved in crypto over the last couple of years, and now things like this are actually going to be taken a lot more seriously. And like we've seen in more and more lawsuits recently, they are relying mainly on tweets and statements made on podcasts as evidence of public manipulation and potential fraud. The use of phrases like big announcement and secure your spot emphasize exclusivity and urgency, encouraging potential investors to view early participation as a unique opportunity to benefit from the token's anticipated growth. They say that the website further framed Hawk as the meme coin for everyone and promoted its accessibility to non-crypto investors by describing Hawk as the entry ticket to begin your degen roller coaster ride. And listen, this Hawk Tuah ride would be like being excited, waiting for hours in line to ride a roller coaster. But then as you're finally on it, the kid in front of you throws up all over you and it hits you in the face. Maybe a little even gets in your mouth. So now these plaintiffs are seeking a trial by jury, where they want at least their $151,000 back in damages, and they also want to take away all the profits from the people who were involved in the rug pull. So obviously this is getting all very interesting, the drama is getting much deeper, and we're going to have to see how everything turns out from here, but as for right now, it's not looking good at all for the Hawk Tuah Girl. And I don't think that she's ever going to be returned to the internet at this point. I mean, they really hammer down the idea that the widespread popularity of this coin is almost 100% due to her likeness to promote it via various channels of communication. It's just so funny to me that someone like her, with seemingly zero talent, can have the world literally handed to her on a silver platter. And she was given the ability to become infinitely more rich than she likely ever dreamed of, and she still got greedy and fucked up the entire thing. But hey, I just call that bad karma after the way she was hating on the very guys who made her so famous.
Have you talked to that dude? Have
That's
you
a
said
good
thank
question.
you?
Tell him thank you for what?
Making you famous?
But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this Hawk Tuah lawsuit in the comments below. Also, thank you all for watching today's video, leaving a like and subscribing. As always, I'm Haliey, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!